Okay, so next we will be talking about segmented sieve. So basically what will happen in a segmented sieve? So something called that as segmented sieve. So you will be given in range mn comma n, and you need to print all prime numbers between this range. Okay, let's say you are given 20 comma 36, right? So you need to print all the prime numbers between this thing, 20 and 36, right? So let's see what we can do. So we will be using the same things that we learned till now, like in Sieve. So we will be just doing some improvisations here. Okay, so what we can do is, let's say, as you remember, what I'll do is, first of all, I will find all the prime numbers, all the prime numbers till sqrt of n. I guess we have, this is m comma n right here. So this is m, this is my m, this is n. So till square root of n, the step one will be to find all the all primes till sqrt of n. So why square root of n? Let me tell you. Let's say square root of 36 is 6, right? So all the prime numbers will be 1, 2, 3, sorry, 2, 3, and 5, right? So next prime number is 7, but 7 will start marking from 49 now. 7 will start marking from 49 because 7 cross 7. We all know, right? We all know this thing already, that 7 will start marking from 49, so we don't need 7, we just need 2, 3, and 5, right? So second step will be after finding these prime numbers, we will start mark all the multiples of these prime numbers between this range. We will mark all the multiples between this range, right? We don't need 7 because 7 will start marking from 49. All the multiples of 7 before 49 will be already marked by some number, right? Let's say 2, 3, or 5. So like 14 will be marked by 2, 21 will be marked by 3, right? 28 8 again will be marked by 2. So we don't need 7, we just need 2, 3, and 5. So in the range 20 to 36, in the range 20 to 36, as soon as I mark all the multiples of 2, 3, and 5, so I will mark all multiples of these prime numbers, right? So I will be left with all the prime numbers, all the prime numbers between 20 and 36, right? Now, one more thing here that we need to notice is, while marking, while marking, let's say between 20 and 36, for every prime number, let's say for now we have three prime number, 2, 3, and 5. So for 3, what I need to do, I need to find the first multiple here. Like in C, the inner loop, we are starting from I cross I directly, right? But here we don't know from where I need to start my inner for loop, and then I'll keep adding 2, right? So for finding the first multiple, what I'll do is, this is m, so I will do m divided by prime number multiplied by prime number. Okay, why I'm doing this? Because it's not necessary now that first one will be multiple of the prime number for sure. For example, in case of 2, we know that like it's like something like 20 divided by 2, that is 10 multiplied by 2, so 20 will be the first multiple of 2. 20 will be the first multiple of 2, so it will mark 20, then 22, 24, and so on till 36. It will mark all the multiples of 2. But in case of 3, now let's come to the case of 3. Now what will happen, 20 is not the multiple of 3, right? So we need to find the first multiple. So again what I'll do is, I will say 20 divided by 3 and multiplied by 3. So 20 divided by 3 will be 6, I guess. 6, right? And 6 multiplied by 3 will be 18. So first multiple is 18, but 18 is less than 20. So I need to check one more condition, that if the first multiple comes out to be less than m, then do a plus equal to prime. Okay, so plus equal to pr. So 18 plus 3, it will become 21. So the first multiple of 3 will be 21. Let's find the first multiple of 5. So first multiple of 5 will be 20 divided by 5 multiply by 5, that will be again 20 itself, right? So it will start marking from 20, right? So this way we will be able to find the first multiple of for our prime number, then we will mark all the multiples, and as soon as we mark all the multiples, we will be left with all the prime numbers in that range only. Okay. Okay, now let's write the code for the same. So let's say we have this compute sieve, right? We can use this once again because obviously we will be needing the sieve. But I guess as per our constraints, we don't need this much bigger size. Okay, so we can decrease its size a little bit. Okay, so it will work, right? So we have a sieve. Now let's write the code for segmented sieve. Okay, so for segmented sieve, what we'll do is, let's say we have t test cases, so I'll say c in t, right? I'll call this compute sieve function. I will call this compute sieve function. Let me call compute sieve. After calling compute sieve, for every test case, what I need to do is I need to int m comma n, and for I need to take c in m and n, right? So m is the lower range, n is the upper range. I'm considering m is the lower range, m is the upper range. And now what I'll do is, let's create a vector for now, let's say of type integer. Okay, so this vector will be for primes because we need primes between this range m and n. So for finding all the primes, what I'll say is int I equal to 2, I multiplied by I less than n, because we need all the primes till n, then I plus plus. What I'll do is, we have a pushback function, so primes dot pushback. So what I'll push back, okay, there is some background noise in street again. Yeah, so let's get started. And also I will push it if and only if in sieve of I is a prime. If it's true, we are taking a boolean sieve, then only I will push back this I, then only I will push back this I. So I will push back my I here. So basically this is my step one, kind of step one, generated all the primes uh, till sqrt of n, right? So we are done with our step one here. So this is my step one, right? So now what's a step two? What's a step two? Step two is to create a dummy array, right? So let's say this is my step two, to create a dummy array, right? So because if you remember here, we need to mark, right, between this range, let's say 20 to 36, right? So we will be needing in dummy arena, so storing this all of these integers like 20, 21, 22 till 36, right? So we will be needing this, and what will be the size of this dummy array? If this is m, this is n, it will be n minus m plus 1, right? So we will create a dummy array now. So, I'll let's say int dummy, and the size of a dummy will be n minus m plus 1. Okay, so a dummy array is created. Now what I need to do is, next is the step 3, and in this dummy array as well, we need to mark all the elements as 1. So what I'm trying to do is, I'll create this dummy array. Okay, I'll mark all the elements as 1. Okay, I'll mark all the elements as 1, right? Then I will create the dummy indexes as well. Okay, dummy indexes as well. Let's say I need it from 20 to 36, right? I will create the dummy indexes as well. Then let's say this is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 and so on. This way we have the indexes here. uh, Okay, so let's see what will happen. So here in dummy array, I will initialize everything to 1. And how will that happen is this first index, dummy index, let me tell you how I'm gonna create these dummy indexes. So let's say I will start a for loop here. I will start a for loop here, and inside my for loop I will start from m, I will go till n, and my dummy index will be I minus n, because for initially I will be m, so m minus m it will be 0, then m plus 1 minus m it will be 1, 2, 3, and so on. So that is how our dummy indexes will work. So I need to mark all the dummy indexes as 1. So I'll say for int I equal to m, I less than n, I less than n, I plus plus, I will say dummy, I minus m equal equal to 1. Okay, I will mark all the indexes as 1. So after marking all the indexes as 1, now I will iterate through all the primes stored in this vector. So I'll simply write here for auto, go watch the vector lecture. If you don't know about vectors, the first lecture I guess is about vectors. So for auto pr primes, right now I will find my first multiple. Let me name it as fm. So I need to find my first multiple. So as I told you here as well, how to find the first multiple. So where is that? Yeah, you can say for finding the first multiple, we need to divide this m by pr and then multiply it with pr, right? So this is what we need to do. So I'll do the same thing here. So I will first of all divide it with pr, then I'll multiply it with prime number, so I will get my first multiple. Now I need to check one more condition. If my first multiple is less than m, then what I need to do, then I need to here you can see, so I need to add the prime, right? So like in case of 3, like it comes out to be 18, right? So we need to check whether or not if it's less than m or not. If it's less than add this m value, I need to add the prime value, like I did 3, and then I got this 21 as the first prime number. So for that case, what I'll do is fm plus equal to pr, right? So that is how I'm going to get my first multiple. And as soon as I get my first multiple, I'll run a for loop again. Let's say int j equal to, I will start with my first multiple value, I will go till my n, I will go till my n, and I will keep increasing, I will keep increasing j plus equal to pr, right? I will keep increasing j plus equal to pr, and inside my dummy array, so it will be my j minus similar to that j minus m. I will mark it as 0, right? I'll mark it as 0. So this way I'll mark all the prime numbers. Okay, this way I'll mark or I'll be left with all the prime numbers. So then you can simply run a for loop in your dummy array. So after this for loop, or for this particular test case, so yeah, this is I guess inside this while loop, right? So I will simply, I can say int I equal to m, I less than n, uh, I plus plus, I plus plus. Okay, just wait a second, some background noise. Okay, so basically we can simply now print. So I can say if my dummy, and simply I minus m, if this found out to be we set it to 1, right? If it's 1, then we can simply out this dummy index, right? So I will say uh, i I minus 1 again, sorry, I minus m again. So this way we will be able to print all the prime numbers between a range m and n. And it should be not this dummy I minus m, because this I minus m is the index, right? So what we need to print is, we need to print the index, right? We need to print the index. Dummy I minus 1 means it will be printing the 0 and 1 values now. So I need to print this I, because inside I, from m to n, we will be having all the indexes. Yeah. So that is all about the segmented sieve. So it's easy, as easy as that. The concept is like similar to sieve. So we just modified some stuff here for calculating our segmented sieve. So we will be given a range. So we have three steps. We need to follow the three steps. First step is to generate all the primes till square root of n, if n is the bigger number. Then secondly, we will create a dummy array. Then for each and every prime number in this range, we will mark their multiples, and the left outs will be the our required prime numbers. Okay, so that will be all about this segmented sieve. So there will be a separate playlist for problems for like for sieve, segmented sieve, for all of related to all of these concepts. I'll be posting separate videos in which I'll be solving the problems only, right? So in this concept playlist only, we will now start with the modular arithmetics, combinatorics, and the this bitwise operators. Yeah, we will then go for the bitwise operators. Okay. Okay, then we'll see you in the next lecture.